Let's start with the most common walking style on Earth, the heel-to-toe gait. You land on your heel, roll through the arch, and push off from your toes. Simple, natural, and mechanically brilliant. Your heel acts like a lever, converting forward momentum into lift with almost no muscular effort. That is energy efficiency at its finest. Then there's the shock absorption factor. Your heel has a thick, fat pad, protecting your knees, hips, and spine from every single impact. And that split second of heel contact gives your brain just enough time to assess the terrain before committing your full body weight. If this is your walking style, you are moving exactly the way your ancestors were built to move. Forefoot walkers. Forefoot walkers land on the ball of their foot first, before the heel comes down, if it comes down at all. You see this in athletes, dancers, martial artists, and people who grew up in minimal footwear. And it comes with a serious set of advantages. Landing on the forefoot loads the Achilles tendon and calf muscles like a spring. That stored elastic energy gets released with every step, making this gait naturally explosive and reactive. It also reduces knee impact. Studies in biomechanics suggest forefoot strikers put significantly less stress through the knee joint compared to heel strikers. And here's a bonus most people never think about. This is the quietest gait possible, an ancient advantage for hunters. Your foot also gets richer sensory feedback from the ground, giving your nervous system real-time terrain data with every step. Toe walkers. Toe walkers move almost entirely on the tips of their toes. In kids under 3, totally normal. In adults, it's rare and genuinely fascinating. First advantage, height. Walking on your toes adds visible inches to your perceived stature, and studies on height perception consistently show that taller-appearing people are judged as more authoritative and confident. Second, silence. This is the stealthiest human gait that exists. People instinctively shift to toe walking when they don't want to be heard. Third, raw calf strength. Habitual toe walkers are constantly working their calf muscles with every single step. Wide stance walkers. Wide stance walkers keep their feet noticeably further apart than the typical hip-width gait. Athletes, strongmen, and older adults often move this way, and there's a good reason for it. A wider base of support lowers your center of gravity, which means dramatically better lateral stability. Wide stance walkers can also carry significantly more weight without losing balance, whether that's muscle mass, physical loads, or equipment. This gait was built for it. And for older adults, a naturally wider gait is associated with lower fall risk. The body instinctively widens to compensate when balance confidence starts to dip. It's the body protecting itself automatically. Fast walkers. Fast walkers are the people passing everyone else on the sidewalk without breaking into a jog. Higher cadence, slight forward lean, purpose in every single step. And here's where it gets genuinely wild. Walking speed is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity ever identified in medical research. A landmark study of over 474,000 people found that fast walkers had a biological age up to 16 years younger than slow walkers, measured through telomere length and body composition. Brisk walking at 3.5 miles per hour or above gets your heart into a cardio-effective zone, strengthening it and improving your vascular elasticity without the joint stress of running. Even just 10 minutes of brisk walking triggers measurable changes in mood-regulating neurotransmitters. Fast walkers might literally be self-medicating with momentum. Arm swing walkers. Some people swing their arms dramatically with each step. Others keep their arms pinned to their sides. The difference matters more than most people realize. Research from MIT found that natural arm swing reduces the energy cost of walking by up to 12%. Your arms act as pendulums that counterbalance the torque your legs create. Without that swing, your core muscles have to work overtime just to keep you from rotating with every step. Arm swing also creates a natural counter-rotation between your upper and lower body that absorbs rotational forces in the torso, protecting your spine over a lifetime of walking. Short stride walkers. Short stride walkers take quicker, more compact steps rather than long-reaching ones. The big advantage here is joint preservation. Shorter strides reduce the braking force your knees and hips absorb at every ground contact. Agility is another edge. With your center of mass closer to your base of support, you can change direction rapidly. And endurance? At high cadences, short stride walking can be maintained far longer before fatigue sets in. Long stride walkers. Long stride walkers cover enormous ground with each step. Tall people often fall into this naturally, but it's also a trained gait seen in military marching and competitive walking. The obvious advantage? Coverage. Fewer steps for the same distance. There's also a social dimension. Research in body language consistently shows that wider, longer strides signal confidence, strength, and dominance. On downhill terrain and long, flat stretches, long strides also leverage gravitational momentum more effectively. The trade-off is that long stride walking demands more from your hamstrings and hip flexors. So there you have it, 8 completely different ways humans walk, and every single one of them comes with a hidden advantage baked in by evolution, biomechanics, or biology. Your gait isn't random. It's a fingerprint, shaped by your body structure, your history, and your nervous system's best solution to moving you through the world. The next time you walk down the street, you won't just be moving. You'll know exactly what your walk is doing for you. Drop a comment below telling me your walking style, and make sure to subscribe to learn more about hidden advantage to improve your health.